the Bader Channel in North Massachusetts, over Bristol County, southeast Massachusetts, around the world. And good morning, everybody. It's time now for the morning news of the stories of Thursday, July 30th, 2026. Hey, good morning, all this lovely Thursday morning, July 30th, 2026. It's 7:55 a.m. Mountain temperature standing at 65 degrees and overcast skies. Here are the nine. The top story is Jordan says it's for the red missile attacks as just heavy strikes as U.S. reduced strikes Iran as one of the war pulls in more countries. Russia strikes Ukraine with missiles and drones, killed at least 8. Senate panel delays vote on Bush Attorney General nomination as key Republicans withhold support. Financial box ahead for Graham-led sanctions bill. Boston construction stalls as major projects face delays. Former NFL quarterback helps advance CT research at Boston University. Wiped out by a hurricane, this U.S. community is now a global energy giant. Meta's stock falls sharply at weak earnings. Worships posture and interest rates sparks market inflation fears. Take a look at stocks now down 1,153.18 at 51,594.14 S&P 500, 112.63 at 73.16.15 at Nasdaq down 433.97 at 24,442.84. Of all the Upper East Side buildings in New York Tube, test positive. Legionella, this one had the most violations. Cyclospore outbreak in Michigan shows that signs it could be slowed down. Healthcare advocates against Trump administration and the Medicare Part D subsidy program. Hurricane Genevieve weakens against West of Baja California. Maine's new trading ship brings high-tech tolls at age-old seafaring. Afforded these revised up the death toll from a powerful 7.0 magnitude of quake in Yamato, prefecture southwestern Japan to 34 with another 89 injured. Prosecutors filed a assault weapon charge against a 50-year-old resident connected with a master at Seattle's annual Food Festival. Jury convicts Salman Rushdie attacker and terrorism charges. A Falcon 9 rocket topped with a classified payload for the National Reconnaissance Office launched from Florida's East Coast early Thursday. Service dog Central Stage is veterans on 15 years of Canada for Warriors. Program is available for residents in need of help paid for coolant costs. As one often things have needed help paid for utilities in the winter when needed costs or bills pile up, but area residents are need help and paid for coolant costs in the summertime. Old County Museum in Taunton gets grant for updates from the city. "911 call paid and Patrick Johnson testified in the Lindsay Clancy trial. Take a look at the sports scene and WNBA action. Atlanta Dream 82, Dallas Wings 81, and Phoenix Mercury 91, Golden State Factories 89, and in Major League Baseball, Red Sox beat the Athletics in Sacramento today 42, and it was Mario Bars 8, Philadelphia Sixers and Diamondbacks 3, Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, Toronto Blue Jays 5, Washington Nationals 2, New York Mets 3, Atlanta Braves 2. Baltimore Orioles 10, Detroit Tigers 9, the 12 innings, it's in substitute chat 16, Milwaukee Brewers 3, Center Padres 3, Colorado Rockies 1, Tampa Bay Rays 3, Texas Rangers nothing, it's a Cleveland Guardians 6, Cincinnati Reds 1, Atlanta Braves 1, New York Mets nothing, it's Kansas Rose 4, Minnesota Twins nothing, and White Sox 6, Yankees 5. In 12 innings, it's St. Louis Cardinals 3, Chicago Cubs 2, with the Houston Astros 7, LA Angels 4, and LA Dodgers 4, Seattle Mariners 2. Storm apologized after cutting fans confronted. Ex-Trojan linebacker split asset family sent CTE. Sun Basin Fields MLS All-Stars win over Liga MXN. Emily Chesney Bay, Harry Bay, UCLA easy pick in the Red Sox and the Ace Rapids a 4-game series in Sacramento. Peter Joel News time is 7:59. Time now for Travel Watch. Baby! Himel Ferry All service from Georgia's Island is scheduled on Thursday, July 30th to the Bay to the Sea Island. And to the vessel substitution, some trips to the F2H. Himel will depart from now to the location along Wharf North. Some trips are subject to 5-10 minute delay. Ferry passenger will be able to provide guidance. Fish for 9 drain 406. 6:10 a.m. for matches and it's operating 5 for the minutes basket between Low to Route 85 and off station. Province line trade 908, 680 there from terminated to the back bay today due to system trade calculation ahead. The pass may consider freight line trade 710, 728 from back bay and freight line trade 714, 633 from First Port 45 is operating today. 5 for the minutes basket between Refill and substation due to single issue and freight line trade 718, 723 from First Port 45 is operating 5 for the minutes between Norfolk and substation. New line train 617, 6 for the via from substation is operating 5 10 minutes behind schedule between West Rockland and New Max. And Parks Line train 813, 6 for the right via from substation is operating 5 for the minutes behind schedule between Route 28, 128, Work Junction, Parks Line train 814, 602 from Work Junction operating 5 for the minutes behind schedule between Westfield and substation and Stoughton Line train 914, 750 a.m. from Stoughton is operating 5 for the minutes behind schedule between Hyde Park and substation due to a single issue. '95 northbound side, a little bit over on the Hopkins and Rhode Island area around the Connecticut border. Due to some rain in the area, we'll have more down in the weather segment a little bit. 95 step inside, a little bit over on Route 4 in work, and 95 step outside. Expect to protect that Providence. And 146 down by also on 95 Providence, 185 westbound also on East Providence Washington Bridge, 185 eastbound 95 Washington Bridge. 6 air connector, a little bit over for Route 95 for Providence Stretch. 138 westbound side, a little bit over. Jamestown stretching. 295 north outside, a little bit over. 195 and outer stretch 95 north also. Route 123 out of Route 152 north and outer and 24 north outside, a little bit over for Route 44 and radium stretch. Fort Bridge to the south outside, a little bit over. Route 3 south also, Route 6 and Sagamore, and Route 60 south also the south outside stretch and 95 northbound side, expect up around the shared area. 24, expect up between after Route 106 to West Bridgewater. And a little bit so after Route 27 in Bucknell with Route 128 cat stretch. And Route 3 at the northbound side, a little bit so next way down at the Marshfield and Route 3. Southbound side also between Hingham and Route 3 at the northbound side, also Route 18 way down the Rate 2 split, 7 expressways, back to that 3 Rate 2 split, all the way down the Dorchester, 7 expressways back to the Dorchester stretch. 1 way to the north side, also 95. Can't hold it down to Route. Due to an accident, 95 north to right, the Kent stretch of Route 128, expect up between 95. Can't all the way down to Route 20 Waltham. Pike eastbound also around 27 to go with it down to the Pro Tunnel. Pike westbound side, a little bit lower than that southbound side. 7 expressways back between Rate 2 split down to Dorchester and Southwest Westway back to Dorchester stretch and 93 7 also between down to Boston. Route 128 to the northbound side, back to the PBD stretch. 128 7 also Linfield with it down to Lexington and Route 3 is back between Cheltenham and the Burlington. Some go action. 485 7 also at the end of stretch. 485 northbound also after Route 3 in Cheltenham. 485 southbound side is back to the Cheltenham stretch. 485 northbound is back to Route 2 in Lowellton. 485 is back between Hopkins and down to Route 9 in Westburn. Today eastbound also Route 4 and 46 to Route 9 in Worcester. Today, when northbound also the Mass Pike in Springfield and Pike, westbound also for today when the Springfield stretch. 91 7 also at Route today when I-88 for the Hartford Connecticut, and 84 eastbound also Newton and Hartford Connecticut, and 91 northbound side is back to the Carmel down to Glastonbury, Connecticut. 84 eastbound also 6 with American Connecticut, and 84 eastbound side also at separated Millbury stretch, and 84 westbound also to Newburgh side of the Denver Connecticut, and American Park westbound also at Trumbull over the down to New Canaan. 95 7 also between Stratford over the down to Greenwich, and 95 northbound also Wednesday to the Haven, Connecticut area. And gonna take a look at the weather scene at 8:04. Check it out, the radar shows some heavy rains. focused on the line from Bethel and Hopkins, Rhode Island, in southwest Rhode Island, all the way down to the southeast Connecticut border, stretched out to Preston, all the way down to Vaughan, Connecticut, and it's putting on every bend the rain showers. And here reports from Channel 12 that 4.7 inches of rain fell in Hopkins, Rhode Island. So if you avoid that area, because it's going to be pouring rain. Right now, we had some light rain around the Buckton, Quincy, Hingham area, and some spotty rain just south of Worcester, and that around the Upton area, and some rain showers around from Springfield all the way down to Albany, and raining south of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Showers linger across southern New England today. Friday will still be some more scattered recovery by Quincy breaks decided. Mixed with clouds and with seasonal temperatures and some humidity this weekend. Next chance for some showers and storms return with a fertile boundary movement late Sunday and Sunday evening, possibly linger around the Monday along the southeast coast. Showers linger across southern New England today. Friday will still see some showers, but most scattered and covered by increasing breaks in sun and more manageable amount of rain expected today compared to Wednesday. The upper low conditions has been overnight. The surface low should see some of the Gulf of Maine today. This will be back below level 4. So the north eliminated the book, the lower graphics attachment of all the low level jet pivots, and the side as well that even so that given the cold pull off to the 10 below 12 listed below 5 millibars and mid level. PVA come out with it, elevated precedent, and the saturated atmosphere calibrated for another day of low clouds and coming by light to the moderate rain showers, and by Friday we finally get some level height raises as the 12 lifts into the bird times and this is law for some dry air filter into the reducer the shower coverage and with greater breaks the sun. On Friday, Friday's building will also mean a warmer air mass to the range of the bring in the 70s and low 80s for the first time in several days. Mix the clouds and sun with seasonable temperatures, some humidity will make and the next trace of the showers. The storms will turn into the fog boundary, moving into the late Sunday and Sunday evening, possibly lingering into the Monday along the southeast coast. And weekend on the whole low favor with a higher pressure to the south, allowing for modest warming and the increase in humidity level 2, along with a mix of clouds and sun, stabilized in the low to mid 80s. Things turn about settle to be moving late Sunday and Sunday evening as some global model of some solution possible in the part of my day. And I'm simply strong up a little trope. Moving across our Trinidad, the Quebec drives a slow moving surface cold front fights the northern central population and the northeast is part will be dropped by some deeper moisture and pre similar water fatters in the crystal 1.5, 1.7 inches about 1 centimeter about early August. Coming out to the front looks to be our next just rain thunderstorms, which most of this. Some will be up in the time of the weather. Late in the day, Sunday to Sunday night, may severe weather progress show very limited chance of severe weather, which seems reasonable as full enough is not particularly strong in the evening time, and the day put it at a limit to how much decimation can occur. While nothing like the liquid is so with the range of this record is still with some decent rainfall, with the EPS GFS probability is shown moderately high, Friday 70%, 24-hour rains up with half inch, with low 30% probabilities of 24-hour rain over the inch to some spots in the interior 7 New England. Have seen higher rain total last 48 hours. These areas could need to be monitored for heavy rain flooded, but it's still viewed as low risk at the moment. And while there's some uncertainty, even a low with a mid-level energy at the southern end, the mid-level shows close up with a close low over the lower or valley. This happens to be so clear up, perception up by early Monday. Some lingering clouds shots Monday night needed some monitors, perhaps the southeastern New England, although it needed to be monitored by subsequent metal bands. Okay, take a little forecast. Today it's going to call for shots up at 3 That's for 3 p.m. The check the shots up to 3 p.m. Punchy fog out west. Mostly gas cover 70 degrees and number about 8 mile at just pitch every time. Blue paper about between the step for the ditch just at about that's for today. Check the shots at sunset before 8 p.m. Then it's let the shots between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Punchy fog after 3 a.m. Mostly gas cover 58 degrees like off wind just pitch 30% of new perspective less than 70 checks at about source for Friday. Check the shots at Tesla Bay after 5 p.m. Punch fog 4. Today was punch size coming 81 low 62 degrees. It's got like from wind just pitches 30% of new paper about between less than 7 inch. X about source for Saturday size coming 84 low 66 degrees. Common Kim and South and 5 to 7 mile at afternoon for Sunday. Mostly Sikoska 82 degrees low 65 degrees is out about 5 to 9 mile at guess I 20 mile for Monday. Check the shot before 4 p.m. Punch size coming 82 low 61 degrees and South about 3 to 6 mile an hour, just pitches 50%. But today, size guy 84 low 62 degrees, down from about 3 to 5 mile an hour. For Wednesday, size guy 85 degrees, coming in southwest about 5 mile an hour afternoon. Then right now, Dalton 64 degrees and Okay, guys, and that's gonna be it for our morning report of this July 30th, 2026 on a Thursday afternoon up here, Jay Wiggins. Thursday morning up here, Jay Wiggins. Good morning, goodbye, stay safe, be well, have a good day, good morning.